Select Hausys LD92ST graphic film. Film type, cast white PVC film. Thickness 50 micron or 2 mil. It's suitable for a wide range of substrates that include compound curves and deep recessed areas. For printing, always make sure the LD92ST is at room temperature and standard printing methods can be used. Once the graphic film has been loaded, be sure to use UV, solvent, and eco-solvent. Outgas for 24 hours before laminating. For overlaminates, pair LD92ST with LD809904, which is 40 microns thick and is suitable for compound curves and deep recessed areas. Now we move on to installation. Wash the vehicle the day before, and the first step should be to remove hardware on the vehicle. Next, clean and degrease the surface and pay extra attention to the edges as well as the main surface area. Now we move on to properties of the film, and note that it has a very low initial tack, which makes it easy to install. To adhere the film, simply apply pressure from the squeegee with firm overlapping strokes. If the panel has to be picked back up, the adhesive will still allow the film to slide easily across the surface. Warming the film will allow it to stretch onto compound curves and into deep recessed areas. Yet, if the film gets overstretched, note that it can be picked back up, heat added so it shrinks back to normal shape, then reapplied. The final steps of prep are to do a pre-inspection of the paint to see if it's OEM and in good condition. Note that for designs that need to be cut on-site, document the sections on the vehicle, then safely cut the LD92ST on a work table. Always roll the film with the lamination on the outside of the roll and label each panel for ease of installation. For the install, it's recommended to start on the hood. Note that the entire liner can be removed, and always pull the liner under the film to minimize dirt. Start squeegeeing the film in the middle flat section, then work out towards the edges. For extreme deep recessed areas, like this vent in the middle, it's recommended to apply the film in sections. Here, an inlay is being applied with the edges of the film set alongside the natural body lines of the vehicle. The bottom section is trimmed right to the edge. After the inlay, the second piece can be applied in the vent area, and note that the overlap is being made on the inlaid edge. This results in a professional durable finish that lasts for a long time. For sections that have a raised object that is difficult to remove during the prep stage, like this antenna on the roof, it's recommended to make a template, then cut the shape out in the main hood panel. This helps speed up the installation and avoids overstretching the film around this area. Cut and tuck the film directly to the base for professional finish, and for the spoiler area, apply masking tape to the outside edge. This will allow the wrap film to be easily picked back up and tucked into the gap for full coverage once the main section has been formed on. Set up all the edges with an application glove or squeegee, then trim off all the film tight to the gap. Once cut, remove the film safely away, then go around with a squeegee to make sure all the edges are sealed. For this hatchback, stretch and form the film onto the main area using the right techniques and minor heat, and for low raised objects like this emblem, the LD92ST can be bridged over it, then the film cut cleanly to the inside area, then formed to the gap with no stress. Due to the low initial tack of the LD92ST graphic film, large panels like the driver and passenger side can easily be installed by one installer. The film stretches well at room temperature, which means nominal heat is required, and for finishing, standard cutting techniques can be used. For large compound curves like this front bumper, it's best to use a variety of techniques in order to get full coverage without overstretching the film. First step is to release the entire liner, warm a section, lock it in place, then stretch the film evenly in the middle horizontal section of the area. Then gently stretch and relax the film to the bottom and top sides of the outside edge. Once this outside edge is complete, let's focus first on the deep recessed areas at the top. First warm the film, then using application glove, form the film into the deepest part of the recessed area first. Work one side first, then make a long relief cut along the top. Heat the film one more time, then form the other recessed area in. For the complicated section at the bottom of the front bumper, it's very important to make a key series of relief cuts in order to relax the film to the main surface area. Avoid bridging the film over the black molding raised objects and forcing the film to the surface. This will result in overstretching and can lead to durability issues in the future. For severe compound curves like this door handle, use a pivot vise to firmly hold it in place and use advanced techniques like the Wrap Institute Wrap Matrix and Zero Stretch. LD92ST was designed to wrap complicated objects like this with high quality and long-term hold. And finally, for long sections like this that were removed from the vehicle, install them on a clean work table in order to get the best results, and heat to soften the film before cutting to get minimal stress on the edges. Then safely reinstall the piece once the coverage is complete. For post-install, be sure to post-heat any areas where the film was stretched past 10% up to 90 degrees Celsius. Always allow the LD92ST to sit for 24 hours above 15 degrees Celsius to get maximum bond, and note that the warranty is up to 7 years. When removing the graphic film from the vehicle, there will be nominal adhesive residue left behind. This has been a product video for LX